All right, welcome to A Flicker in the Dark by Stacy Willingham. So, brief synopsis is I kind of forgot a little bit of things, I would say. Chloe is her name.
Yes.
So, Chloe is when she was younger, some girls went missing in her hometown, found out that her father was prime suspect, confessed to the crimes, went to jail. Present day is 20 years later. She's a child therapist, I think, getting married, really close with her brother, 20-year anniversary, and it starts happening all over again. So she's basically trying to figure out, what's going on. So I I liked it in that I feel like it was a quick read for me. I wasn't really bored during it, and I looked forward to picking it up when I had the downtime. However, I don't know, it's kind of hard because Taylor, of course, calls me and makes comments, and I know I can tell, by her conversation or her tone that she didn't like it. And one thing that she said to me is that she knew right away. She could tell right away who it was. So then I feel like the entire book, I'm like, okay, so who's the least obvious? Because they're the one, it makes you second guess everything. So that made it a lot less enjoyable for me, I have to say.
Sorry. Well, for once I was ahead of everybody else, and I was just like, I listened to it, and I was getting so annoyed. So I
didn't know you did the audio.
I had to vent.
Yeah, I feel like it kept me occupied. I wasn't bored by it at all. I did appreciate the writing pace and everything. But I wouldn't say I loved it. I feel like it was just okay. I probably would give it a 3.8, mainly because I don't know. I just feel like it was missing some things for me as far as the crime mystery things go. And one thing too is I like when mystery books or crime books stick with me after I finish them, where I'm thinking about them, or I feel like ones that are good. Like, what was the one that we read, Golden Couple?
Yeah,
that one was good, and I feel like I was thinking about it a little bit after we finished reading it. This one, once I was done reading it, that was it. I don't think I've thought about it once since. So that in that sense, it was kind of not really intriguing for me, but I'd give it a 3.8.
Nice. So basically, I read this on vacation, and Taylor told me too that like she knew who it was the whole time, and I did too. I knew like in that first chapter when he was Cooper the brother's name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew, like, I thought Cooper was kind of strange in that first chapter when he was like making comments about her fiance, and she made a few comments as well about like their relationship and how it had been making. And I thought that it was weird from the beginning. And then when they got into the dad and like the murders and stuff, I thought it was strange that like when it started happening, she remembered him saying like, make sure you come home, like don't stay out late, like make good choices. And I thought, like, why would he even care to do that, if he was the one doing it? So I was like, oh, it's probably the brother, since the brother's kind of strange and he's just covering for him, and like he's covered for him this whole time. So I kind of saw that coming. They did try to like throw you off a little bit. I was like, oh my God, if this is the husband or the fiance or whatever, I'm gonna riot, because this is so strange. I mean, this is so obvious. But they did pull it back around to the brother. So I gave it 4 stars because I did, like, it was a quick pace, and like I did enjoy reading.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was so infuriated with this book, which I know is dramatic, but
oh my God, I don't even want to hear what you think about it.
Okay, so I mentioned that.
Wait, what, Maddie?
I was just gonna say that she said there's a little bit of darkness inside of us, and like they hinted at the fact that like she had it too, and she chose not to use it.
It was okay. It kept me interested the whole time, but I don't know. I feel like at the end, I kind of saw it coming. I think they made it not obvious, but you kind of knew it wasn't going to be the dad that actually did it, because that would have been like the whole point of the story was like, what's the twist going to be? But I don't know. I feel like there were some plot holes, and the main girl just kind of bothered me. Like, I felt like she was kind of dumb at points. Like when she went into the sheriff's office and was like, oh, it's all connected to me. And then he was like, well, how's the first girl connected to you? She's like, I didn't even think of that. Just the one girl that was. I was like, how dumb are you? So, I don't know. She bothered me the whole time a little bit, but I mean, it was fast paced, so I liked it. I'd probably give it like a 3.5.
Okay. I'm scared. I don't know. I feel like I've had time to let it die, but I don't know. I listened to it. I knew in the beginning it was right off the bat. I knew it was either going to be the brother or the husband. But I also, the whole book, I felt like they were setting us up for it to be the husband. And I was like, watch, they're just going to turn around and say it's the brother. And sure enough, that's what they did. And I was kind of like, there was just so much stuff. Like him with the necklace, the fact his sister went missing, the fact he would go out of town and she found out he wasn't where he said he was going to be. Like there was a lot of things that like I feel like were kind of left like not really explained. And then the fact too, she tried to say that girl with the dragonfly belly button piercing, how she knew that her brother was doing it and that's why he killed her because she was so, but then she like was being flirty with him. I was like, how does any of this make sense? Like these are children. And then, you know, the brother was portrayed as totally normal. Like he was popular. And then I don't know. I felt like they tried so hard to make us think it was the brother. And then the husband. And then the husband never introduces her to his family and she shows up and there's a whole fucking weird thing going on there. And there's like newspaper clippings at the house, but then there's an explanation as to why. But then he lied to her and acted like he didn't know about her. I was just like, it was just annoying. And I thought she was very stupid and she was not very smart. And she would say things like her internal monologue was exhausting. And maybe that's just because I listened to the audiobook, but I just was exhausted by her as the main character. And yeah, I felt like I just knew what was going to happen. And then at the very end, when it's like, it ends up being the brother, I was just like, you've got to be like, whatever. It was just so stupid.
I did think it was a little bit rushed because of how in depth they went for it to be the fiance or the husband. But they did explain like all of the little things, like why he wasn't in town or whatever, because they said he was going to visit his sister. And the reason that he had the clippings was because he used that story to like fake his sister's disappearance to get her away from the dad.
Come on. I mean, what is the fuck? There's just too many things that are so
It was just so convenient.
Also, the jewelry box in the back of the closet, and then it was gone the next day. Like, there were so many things where I was like,
that was one thing I thought was weird. I know it was listed that the brother got there before anyone else, so he planted the box to make her suspicious of the fiance. But then, how did he get it back out of the house?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, he did have a key to her place.
Yeah, but like that's never like. There's just a lot of plot holes in it that were
no, and the fact that your husband, soon-to-be husband, would know that your brother murdered people and would just fucking not say anything about it. Like I don't know. There's just so many things where I'm like, it was kind of annoying. But I would give it 3 stars.
Even the mom, like I know she's, you know, whatever, and not in a good place and stuff, but you're just letting your son who kills people just go out and do it again, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's why, like, in the first place, why would you take the fall for your kid that, like, murdered 6 people? It's not like they, like, robbed somewhere and you're like, I did it. Like, they literally murdered people and you're like,
and just tell them, be good.
Out here, I'll go in jail.
There's good while I'm in jail.
She left unsaid too. Like, remember when the mom was spelling with the Scrabble pieces DA or something?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
And they never explained
that. They did explain that. It was where she was trying to tell her to ask her dad because he would tell her the truth. But
no, he wouldn't. He's been in jail. Come on. Oh, and we're missing one of the biggest annoying parts of all this. How she goes to the motel, and meets the random guy and has sex with him. And then he somehow is at the house and is like, it's a part of the experiment. I was like, what is happening? And then he was like friends with Cooper, right?
Yeah, he said he made him do
that was so ridiculous. That was
his whole character was like, that was what did it for me. I did not like that. That was just too random.
Yeah, and I thought maybe she was gonna make him the murderer, and I was like, oh, plot twist, because I was like, how are we gonna bring this all back? But then it was like he was being forced by, I don't know, that whole thing was so stupid. And the fact she slept with some stranger, that gave me the ick. I was like, I hate you even more than I did at the beginning of the book. Yes. Like this person you've literally met like she has met him like, once or twice, and then her internal monologue was like she was so infatuated by him. It was just so weird.
He drugged her, didn't he?
No, not before they had sex.
Oh. It was
she was sober for that.
Yeah, it was after, so he could go steal the friend's daughter.
And that was not, she took Xannies all the time, so she was an idiot.
I feel like that also made her unlikable, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would fake prescription write stuff. She was just annoying. I did not like her. Sorry. Character 1 out of 5 stars. I don't know, this book just made me mad for some reason.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I'm done.
Well, average rating is a 3.58 out of 5. It's a 4 on Goodreads.
Sorry.
So, no, I feel like though we all had similar thoughts about it. Honestly, this is one I wish I had marked up a little bit more because I did have a lot of comments, but I've forgotten them all. So, Maddie, do you want to do yours now, or do you guys want to just go through real quick if there was any recommendations of books you read this month that you liked?
I can go now while I still have cell service.
Oh, okay.
I have good ones right now. So don't look it up yet. Okay, it's Flawless by Elsie Silver, and I've seen it all over TikTok, and it's part of a series called Chestnut Springs. It has a 4.2 stars on Goodreads, and that's from 37,000 ratings. I feel like that's pretty vetted. Anyway, the reason I picked this book is a big one, but let me just read the synopsis. The rules were simple. Keep my hands off his daughter and stay out of trouble. But now I'm stuck with her. There's only one bed, and well, the rules are made to be broken. I'm the face of professional bull riding, the golden boy, or at least I was, until it all blew up in my face. Now my agent says I have to clean up my image, but I don't need a goddamn babysitter, especially one with skin-tight jeans, a sexy smirk, and a mouth she can't stop running. A mouth I can't stop thinking about, because Summer isn't just another conquest. She sees the man behind the mask and she doesn't run. She pulls me closer even when she shouldn't. She says this means nothing. I say this means everything. She says there are boundaries we shouldn't cross, that my reputation can't take any more hits, and neither can her damaged heart. I say I'm going to steal it anyway. Okay, sorry, I had to pause several times. Drive.
I actually put that on my want to read list.
I know. Well, Brittany, do you mind reading what the second one is about? Because I can't rec.
Oh yeah.
Because that's the one I want to read, but you have to read them in order.
Okay, so second one is Heartless. It says, working as a nanny for the world's grumpiest single dad should have been simple, except I can't keep my eyes off him, and he can't keep his hands off me. Kate Eaton is 13 years older. First I said he's 13 years old. I was like, oh my God. Kate Eaton is 13 years older than I am and barely looks my way. Until I get him into the hot tub one night for a game of truth or dare.
Oh my God.
Then all bets are off, and so are our clothes. He's gruff, a little rough around the edges, but broad-shouldered ranchers with calloused hands and filthy mouths are this city girl's kryptonite. So who am I to resist? But it's in our quiet moments together that he softens. It's when he takes care of me that I realize his hardened exterior is just a facade. It's when I watch him go all sweet with his little boy that I really fall for him. Someone convinced him once that his best wasn't good enough, but I've never felt more cherished than I do in his arms. My contract may say this arrangement is only for 2 months, but my heart says this is forever.
Is it like a 4.7?
The second one is a 4.4. The first one's a 4.2.
Yeah, the second one is like one of their favorites. So that's it. Hope it's better than Love Light Farms.
I thought you were going to pick the Lucy Score book.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't, because it sucks. But no, it said you had to read the first one to understand
You
the
started
second one.
the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well, it's free on Kindle Unlimited, so get reading.
Okay, and my mom's going to read.
Can't wait. Next guest.
I want to plug something here, because I was going to pick this, but I want to plug it.
What? Why don't you wait and pick it for your next one?
Because I don't want to.
What?
I'm going to read it. Oh, okay. So I was going to tell you guys about this book that maybe you should buy. So it's kind of a cute story, but this guy wrote this book like a long time ago. It's by Lloyd. This one. It's called Stone Maidens. Have you guys heard about this?
Oh, I saw it was on TikTok.
Yeah. So
I
this.
saw it on TikTok.
Yeah. So he wrote this book, and his daughter made a TikTok because I guess it really didn't become like a thing, but it's a mystery, and it blew up on TikTok. And apparently, it's a really good book. It's a mystery. So it's about a serial killer that dumps women's bodies in this ravine, and he leaves stone figurines inside their throat. And it's like about the murder being solved. I don't know. But apparently the guy is really cute. And apparently the book is actually pretty good. So if you need something to read, I might buy it. It's like $8 on Amazon. Anyways.
Can you text it in the chat?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of it, but I probably would like that.
Yeah, and it'd be fun to support somebody.
I did see the cute video where he saw all these people buying it, because I think it was rated as the #1
it's
mystery.
on bestsellers list now.
Yeah, bestsellers, and it was rated the #1 mystery on Amazon for a full week, I think. And he was so excited. The video was actually really cute.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a TikTok.
He's writing the sequel now too.
His
like,
daughter or granddaughter TikToked him and said that he made this book, and that, he would love for people to support if they like that kind of thing. And he's like an older guy.
Oh,
yeah, I think she said he'd been writing it for like years.
Yeah, I'll read it.
All right, that was it. Sorry, I just wanted to tell you guys.
I do have to, I'm sure Maddie will agree, but there's a book called The Right Move that I highly, 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 highly recommend you to check out. It is
Highly.
It is Maddie's top 3 or top 5 romance ever. Yep. Very good, very spicy, very steamy. Could not put it down. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Yep, there it is. The Right Move.
Best book boyfriend. And the girl is a reader, and there's a lot of commentary about book boyfriends and her reading her books and like telling him about it. So it's really funny.
It's the second book in a series, but you don't need to read the first one. And I actually would recommend skipping the first one because the first one's good, but the second one is just so much better in every way. So
yeah, I thought I was obsessed with the first one, and then I read the second one, and I was like, whoa.
Reading this Ashley Flowers book?
It's free on Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, I'm doing the audiobook. You didn't like it?
I had no interest in it. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, well.
Sorry, Ashley Flowers.
Oh, okay. Well, I actually was just telling the girls last night that I'm not into it either. So that's funny.
I feel like for some reason her promoting it at the beginning of like every episode made me not want to read it. I read the Things We Leave Unfinished. That was really good.
Oh, I need to read that too.
It was cute.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm reading the second one, and I'm not going to say that it's bad, but like, again, I'm coming off a book hangover from The Right Move. So I'm like, compared to that one, this book sucks. But like, I think if I read it before that one, I would like it a lot more. But
there's a second one?
Oh, no. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, this is news.
Things We Leave Unfinished is the mailbox one. And yes, that one is good. Sorry to confuse everyone.
I was going to say too, I did look some questions up for this book, but they're really dumb. So
that's okay.
Skipping out on those again. Well, Maddie, I'm looking forward to your mom joining us for the next one. Anything else?
What ACOTAR book is everyone on?
I'm like 250 pages into a Court of Silver Flames.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I just finished the chapter where the debt was settled between Cassian and Nesta.
Ah.
If that rings any bells.
Oh, that book is something else.
It really is. There's quite like a tone change.
Yeah, Sarah J. Maas was going through something when she wrote that, but I'm not mad about it. So definitely a different.
I think it's my favorite.
Yeah, I love that one. That one and book 2 are probably the best.
Maddie, can you send your book in the chat?
Yes.
There is an alternative cover, thank God.
When is she gonna release a book 6? But when is she talked about it at all?
I don't think so.
I also wonder what it's gonna be about, because like honestly, I don't care about Elaine. I want an Ezreal book. I need to know.
She said she's not writing about men.
I know, but and a part of me wants Elaine to be with Lucian, but I don't know, not really.
Yeah, I feel like I want Elaine to be with Lucian because I feel bad for him.
She said she is doing whatever next.
Who, Elaine?
She is doing As next.
I thought she said she would never write a book about men.
Well, it's going to be from probably Elaine's perspective, but it's going to be a love triangle with him and the other one.
Ooh, okay, I'm into that.
A threesome?
I'm into that. That's going to be the tough part because I like both of them.
A threesome?
Although
perhaps?
Asriel, I don't know.
Oh, I hope she does a threesome.
I'm just a bat boy girl. I always pick the bat boys.
All right, well, drive safe. Sorry we kept you from the gym, Sophia.
That's okay. No problem.
Love you guys.
Bye, ladies. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.